people. So I'm a coconut. There, I said it. Are you happy? I'm a coconut. I don't know why I'm saying that like it's a bad thing. It's really not a bad thing. I'm a coconut. It's something I've embraced. Many years ago, I embraced the fact that I'm a coconut. So since it's Heritage Day, how perfect would it be to talk about me living my life as a coconut? Oh, and just by the way, if you don't know what a coconut is not just a fruit. Also, just by the way, this whole time in my life, I thought a coconut was a nut because you know it has the word nut in it. Meanwhile, it's a bloody fruit. Am I the only one who thought coconut was a kind of nut? Just goes to show, hey, just because it's got the word nut in it doesn't mean you can just go on and assume things about it, which is kind of fitting for this video, isn't it? So in case you don't know what a coconut is, it's a label that's given to people obviously who are brown on the outside like me, but are, you know, white on the inside, sort of like a coconut. Also, I just so happened to get a comment on one of my videos recently. The person asked me if my accent was real because it seems so fake. And I thought, man, this is gonna fit in just so well with this week's video. Now, what made me chuckle about this comment was the fact that this person doesn't know me from a bar of soap, yet seems to know or seems to think they know that my accent is fake. Also, can I just say, why the hell would I fake my accent? As if making YouTube videos isn't hard enough. I've made 50-something videos. You think I'm gonna fake an accent for all of my videos? Really? No, I don't know about you, but to me that seems like a lot of work. It seems a lot easier to just be me. So to give you a very short answer to your question, no, this is my accent. This is the way I speak. Because here's the thing, if you did know me, you would know a little bit more about my background. If you did know me, you would know how I grew up. And if you did know me, you would know how my background and my upbringing influenced the way I speak today. You see, if you did know me, you would know that when I was 7 years old, I moved to a white school. If you are not from South Africa, you may not know that South Africa had this thing, pretty ghastly thing if you ask me. It was a thing called Apartheid. And one of the many disgusting laws of Apartheid was a law that stated that you had to live, South Africans had to live in a certain area according to the color of their skin. So everything, in fact, not just where you lived, everything you did in life was segregated according to the color of your skin. So white people lived in white areas and black people lived in black areas and Indian people lived in Indian areas. You get where I'm going with this. Colored people lived in colored areas, you see. But in 1993, 1994, just when apartheid was officially going to end, my family moved from an Indian area to a middle class white area. And I also moved schools. I was in an Indian school. That's right. Grade 0, grade 1, grade 2. For 3 years, I was at an Indian school. And then my parents moved me from that Indian school to what was known as a white school. Oh my word, I remember, I told you I went to an Indian school. There were only brown people at my school. Even though I was 7, 8, I was really young, I can still remember when I went to the white school. I had never seen so many white people in my life. I actually thought something was wrong with them. I was like, what the hell has happened to these people? What happened to their color? Why are they so drained of they look like geckos? Why do they all look like geckos? I was really confused. This school, it was so white, it was blinding. I think for the longest time, I was the only Indian in my class. I think later there was another Indian boy. I can't remember. I remember there was like a sprinkling of black people. And here's the thing. When you're 7 years old, needless to say, you're very young. And when you're that young, when you're 7 years old, you're at an age when you're very malleable. You're still very easy to mold. Your entire being is very easy to be, it's very easy to influence. When you're 7, 8 years old, you have no control. I've learned about this. You have no control over your accent at 7, 8 years old. I had no idea my accent was even changing. So yeah, I went to this white school, things happened, and over time, I started speaking like this. And because my accent changed, I remember I was given a lot of trouble for it. I was labeled as a coconut by other Indian people. This is something that I've had to deal with my entire life since I was a child. Never being Indian enough. I remember in the beginning when I was first given this label, I was really hurt by it. It's a term that comes with these connotations. Other brown people, they usually think that you're better than them. And they class you as a snob, which to me is just the funniest thing, because if you know me, you will know that I had severe self-esteem issues when I was young. My self-esteem was so low. It was so low. It was non-existent. I remember my mother gave me a book on the inferiority complex because I essentially thought I was inferior to everyone. So it's so bizarre that people called me out for being a snob or for thinking that I'm better than them, which is such a load of rubbish. It's so dumb. And honestly, I don't even understand how you can make these assumptions about people when you don't even know them. And they drew all of these assumptions just from the way I spoke. Just because I have this, I don't even know what this accent is, which is really unfair. It's really unfair that you think that you can make all these assumptions just from the way I speak. No, hey? No, that's not fair. Not fair. I've always joked around and said that I'm the worst Indian. Because let's face it, I am. When I go to an Indian wedding, I won't even lie to you people. I have no idea what is going on at an Indian wedding. No idea. The only time I know what's happening at an Indian wedding is when the biryani is coming out. I don't know what's going on. It's 1 hour of like 1,000,007 rituals. And there's like a fire burning on the stage. There's a bloody bamboo stick. And like, what on earth is even happening? Don't ask me, ask Jeeves. And yes, you could argue that I could have made it my mission to ask questions about it and find out about it and find out what all of those rituals mean. But I won't lie to you, I dropped religion. I have no interest in religion and religious things. And yeah, I said I'm the worst Indian because I can only cook chicken curry, barely. But to be fair, I can't cook many other things. I can barely cook a pasta. I can barely cook a bloody chicken pie. What other white people's food can I think of? I can't even make a roast chicken, to be fair. So it's not like I just can't cook any Indian things. I can't cook anything, basically. And yeah, I know I'm the worst Indian. All my friends' names sound, you know, like, I don't know, Joe and Stephanie and Jessica. My friends' names don't sound like, you know, Raj and Rivash and Rajbansi. That was the only Indian name I could think of. And that's only because I told you I went to a very white school when I was young. I was the only Indian in my class for a very long time. So when you're the only Indian, it's gonna be very hard to make friends with a Raj and a Rajbansi when there are no Rajas and Rajbansis in your class. You know, people give you a hard time. They're like, oh, why you only have white friends, huh? You think you're too good for us? No, that's why. Because there were no Indian people in my class. What do you expect me to do? And seriously, what must I do? You know, what must I do to prove to people that I'm Indian enough. I'm forever not Indian enough. What do you people want from me? What must I do to prove to you people that I'm just as Indian as the rest of you? Huh? What you want me to bloody go prancing outside 24/7 in a sari? You want me to like pop out from behind a tree and start singing a Bollywood song? You want me to just eat curry 7 days a week? Oh wait, I do that already. Yeah, no, never mind that. Scrap that. Like what do you want from me, you know? Why can't I just be me? So listen, right? I'm South African Indian. I don't want to live my life in these lines, in these boxes. I just want to live my life. And if I cross over into another box, if I go over some lines, I think it's okay. Yeah, well, welcome to having a heritage, welcome to having a culture in 2017 when the world's forever changing. So yes, I'm a South African Indian, but maybe I'm doing it a little bit differently to other South African Indians. Just because I'm doing my South African Indian a little bit differently to your South African Indian doesn't mean that I am a traitor to Indian people. I'm just doing it a little bit differently to you. I think in this day and age, we've got to remove these particular ideas of the way a person should act and live and be if they're a certain race, if they're a certain color. So listen, basically what I'm trying to say is, firstly, if you're a coconut, embrace it. Whatever your accent is, embrace it. Whatever your heritage is, embrace it. Whatever your culture is, embrace it. Whether it's been influenced by whatever factors in life, just be you. Don't give a rat's bum about the way other people try to tell you to live your life. Don't think that you need to be a certain way just because other people are telling you, wait a minute, I have the stereotypical idea of what this person should be like, and that's how you should act, and you're not acting like that, so what is wrong with you? No, that is absolute bull poop. I'm South African Indian. I'm taking from that what I want, but I'm proud of it, and I love being South African Indian, and I will celebrate it. Happy Heritage Day, South Africa. Enjoy your prize. God damn it. Think of me while I'm slaving away at work on Monday. Yes, enjoy your day off, but while you're chowing down on your booty roll, just think about your heritage and be grateful that you live in such a diverse country where we are able to celebrate all these different heritages, which may or may not overlap. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like. If you didn't enjoy the video, give it a like. Don't forget to follow me on all the social medias, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell somewhere next to the subscribe button, because apparently subscribing is not enough. Thanks, YouTube. Jeepers. And I will see you next week for a new video.